Hello, everyone, and welcome to another installment of the Theodore Pendergrass series of Weird Tales. This is the third chapter. It's one of the most eventful chapters so far. To give a quick summary, we have Theodore Pendergrass witnessing something terrible and being accused of a murder that he did not commit. 2, we have a new ally in a friend from or should I say an acquaintance from the Wilmarth Foundation, aiding him in his quest to find the truth of what actually happened. And now we lead on to Chapter 3, The Dreamwalker. On into the frantic writings of Theodore Pendergrass. Chapter 3, The Dreamwalker. About 5 hours on the road to a quaint little log cabin in the woods, in a mountain valley near a river, unseen by boat, obscured by old moss and fungi-riddled trees. Upon further examination, seems to be centuries old. From the river hillside, overgrowth has taken over, nature's hold at its finest. With vines weaved betwixt the logs of the cabin, in and out, almost like nature had patched up the cabin walls and all its leaky holes. The door was rather new, and had a bare-faced knocker. The porch was all covered in wild roses, gnarled up and growing all up the columns. Never seen roses grow up stone columns the way this is done, but, well, nature is wondrous, I guess. We knocked upon the door, and out of the shadow of the entryway upon the door opening, a scrawny woman stands smiling. Then she speaks with a gravelly voice. "Please come in." "I dreamt you were coming. But why?" "So you're the Dreamwalker," Jessie exclaimed. "Why, yes," she replied, lighting a cigarette. "And the name's Mariel." "What I do not know is why you need me to come with you." Jessie exclaims, "Hold the phone. You knew that you knew we were coming?" "Why, yes. I already packed." "Well, the sooner we get out of here, the sooner I could clear my name." Suddenly engines rev up, and shouting is heard in the distance. She brandishes a rifle from out of the couch. "What followed you here?" "Sounds more like who?" "Right. Any more of those out of the car, they come." She points to the China cabin. loaded with the most largest assortment of plates I have ever seen in my entire life. Moving the cabinet, the wall behind became ajar, leading to a room full of old rifles, blunderbusses, and flintlock pistols, all looking like they were straight out of the French and Indian War, and about a dozen old army crates chock full of ammo. I keep losing my spot. It keeps moving up. Apologies. And plenty of ammunition for all the guns that they were under. Well, looks like you prepared for this too. No, I knew nothing about this. I'm just a gun collector. About a She retorts to Jessie as quickly as the quip left his lips, almost as if she had this conversation before. The engines stop, and people with black hooded robes step out. The hoods were draped so low you couldn't make out a face, even with a rifle-mounted scope. They light a Molotov and throw it on the porch, screaming at the cabin as the cabin's set ablaze. Never come back to the mountain! While, while we break the back window and escape, as the cabin is so old, it just quickly sets ablaze. We retreat into the woods behind the behind the cabin. We hear the engines rev up again, like they leave, but as soon as they leave, we see a man tumble out of the back of a truck bed, and he doesn't get up. Apparently, he hits his head on a rock upon falling to the ground. We go get him, drag him into the woods. Further, grabbing what the rope out of the car, tying him to a tree, nursing his wounds whilst waiting for him to wake. We remove from the hood from his face. I exclaim, I remember you. You're the guy from the gas station. Yeah, and I stand by what I said. I said don't be going up that mountain. May Yog-Sothoth grant us eyes to, to the dreamlands. A bullet flies through the woods and into our captive's head. We look behind them. We look behind them. We don't see anyone. Not a trace of anybody. Even with a rifle scope. What do they want inside the Dreamlands? Why Yog-Sothoth? And most importantly, why frame me? And what exactly is Bran Gamorth? The end of chapter 3. I hope you enjoy as much as I enjoyed writing this. It took some time editing, but I truly hope you enjoyed it.
I did. You did really good. I'm proud of you. Mwah.
Thank you, everyone. I thank you all for coming. This really, really meant a lot. Well, I hope. Yeah, and I read it live. Yeah. Oh, thanks. You can't wait to read it. Yeah. I'm waiting to actually get that. Maybe you'll find something in chapter 1 and 2 that wasn't there before because you guys got the first drafts. I heavily edited this third chapter. I wanted this to run as smoothly and cohesively as possible. And I think this is probably one of the smoothest chapters I've ever wrote. Like, ever. And I've been writing ever since I was in like the 5th grade. Short stories, a lot like this one. I've already started chapter 4, but I'm glad everybody here is enjoying it. Now, I think I'm going to open this up. See them hang for a little bit. Let's see, la di da di da, YouTube. Yeah, I couldn't open the YouTube panel because reasons. My laptop is not that good, so I had to improvise. I mean, I'm dual screening as it is, but still. Let's see, let's see if we can get this up top. If anybody wants to join me up there, up on panel, the link is actually in chat and also pinned. Now it's basically turned into an Ask Me Anything about the series. Hey there, butterflies. Hope you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your night. Later, Lady Anna Chris. If you want to, Jester, that'd be cool. I'm actually kind of excited to actually hear your questions about the characters, especially those who have been hearing this since the beginning. Yeah, it was pretty fast and action packed, pretty much. I mean, just about as action packed as you can get without actually. Any major bloodshed. I hope to see. Chapter 4 is actually coming around really good. Everything's coming a lot quicker now. Well, if nobody's coming up, I guess I'll close this up. I didn't really have hardly anything else planned. Nobody's asking questions, so I guess I'll leave you to it and let you all have a wonderful night. I'm glad you could join me. No mic. Oh, you had no mic. Oh, you're working on it. Okay, Jester. Yeah, I'd actually like to thank um, Trey from over at Max World Entertainment for lighting the fire under my butt to actually get this done. This third one has been taking a while. It's probably the editing was the most frustrating part because I didn't want to take away too much from it, but yet it be short enough to actually get the gist of what's going on and enjoy the intensity of the situation and not lose all the feeling. That's that's what I was really afraid of because I've I've edited stories before and pardon my French, but when I got done, it ended up sounding like absolute shit. But I've got a few years under my belt now, so. Hello.
Hello. I do hope this is working.
Yeah, I can hear you well. How you doing?
Excellent. Just close that so I can cancel out some of this background noise.
Rock on.
Yeah, man, I'm really impressed with that. That was awesome. Gonna have to go back and check out your other chapters as well now. Again, I'm just curious as to where you got your inspiration from in the first place to write this. Like, what sparked it? What made you want to start this story?
What my inspiration?
Yeah.
Well, to be honest, I've been writing short stories along this line since shit. I was in 5th grade. We were supposed to write like journal entries of like certain things, and I ended up turning them into little horror stories, and I got yelled at school. Like I got took to the office. They called my parents and everything. It's like he should
Damn.
not be writing like this at this age.
That's the way your mind works. Of course, that's how you're supposed to write. Duh.
It's like I even told her straight up. Who are you to tell me how I can't write?
Right? That's what I've never understood people like. Oh, you shouldn't be writing about this sort of thing. It's not something you should be doing. Oh, go away. No, I mean
It's
it's
a
the same
little
with
too,
any art. You can only do what you are inspired to do. If you're not inspired to write happy, shiny sunshine and flowers and rainbows, you're not gonna. It's just not
exactly.
gonna happen.
That's what I told her. It's like I've tried to do the regular journal thing, and it doesn't work for me. Then that's why most of my stuff feels so real. It's because some of this stuff is real experience. Some of this stuff is just straight fiction. But I blend the two so nicely you can't tell which is which.
Best way to do it, my friend. Especially when it comes to good storytelling. If you have based any of it on your real experiences, then you want to blend those seamlessly with the things that aren't.
I will let I will let the channel a little secret.
Oh, secret time.
You've not seen the last of the shopkeeper.
It's always tough to get rid of the shopkeeper.
For some reason, I had a feeling that you knew that probably I was going to say that.
I would have guessed that, but at the same time, I wouldn't have been surprised if he vanished and was never seen again. You know, it's one of those stories where just because you think something's going to happen doesn't necessarily mean it's going to or is even likely to. It seems to be going in some rather interesting directions in that way, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, it does have some. I have like the whole story mapped out. I just haven't wrote all of it.
Excellent. Well, like I said, and I do stand by it, I do look forward to acquiring a full copy when you are finished writing it. If I can, I will get it in hardback as well.
If I can get somebody interested, or I may have to self-publish.
If you self-publish and have to get it and have to go through, the Amazon/Kindle route, fuck yeah, I'll join. I'll sign up for Kindle and I'll get it. Whatever, man. I want to read this whole thing. And I want to be able to read it at my own pace. And the only way I'm going to do that is if I buy a copy.
Sounds like a good idea. I've really been thinking about which route I'm actually going to take if I do actually get this published. When that time comes, I'm probably going to have a couple more short stories to add to it. It'll probably be this one and other tales.
Yeah. That sounds like a great plan.
Because I'm probably not going to waste the printing time and the publishing time just because it's going to be rather short compared to Lovecraftian stories like The Call of Cthulhu and At the Mountains of Madness. This one's going to be rather short, but this is literally the longest story I've ever wrote.
Excellent.
I've already got like a synopsis for about like 8 different chapters.
Yeah. Who says books have to be 20 chapters minimum and 5 million pages? That shit's for the dictionary.
Oh, so true, so true.
Yeah, some of the best stories I've ever read were short stories.
Lady Mrs. got a point. Yeah, I should, since he put the fire under my butt to get this chapter done within a week.
Wow.
Yeah, he lit the fire under my ass, literally. He said, "Do this within a week. I'll feature you."
There you go. It's done. It's out.
Yeah, I'm surprised I even got on because it's been raining and the power's been flickering. It's been a heck of a night here.
It seems to be mostly stable. Couple of little staticky moments, but for the most part, you're coming through fine.
At least I'm not roboting again.
Like I say, there's a little bit of that, but it's not massive amounts, if you know what I mean.
All right. Well, that's a good thing.
We must welcome
too.
Lady Mr. Mike.
I know, right?
I think I have a spare one lying around somewhere that plugs into USB.
That'd be.
I mean, running on my PlayStation Plus PlayStation headset from my laptop at the moment. Works fine.
It's good. That's what I got. I've been using my PlayStation headset. No
fine.
crap. Check it out.
Yeah,
I'm literally. Yeah, don't mind the hair. I have some serious hat hair. But yeah, I'm running off my PlayStation headset.
I am not turning on my camera. That's not happening.
Well, I didn't say you had to.
No, I know. Nobody wants to see that. And if you think you do, you really don't.
The only thing I can't find myself a voice for Theodore.
Hmm.
I found a voice for Jessie Crow and Marielle.
Yeah.
Butterflies. I don't even. You, do you think you could pull off a gravelly voice for Marielle? Yeah,
Is she old or is
she's just got this voice like she's smoked for decades.
I don't know. I'll try.
She sounds a little like this,
Like
real raspy, like that's about as,
like this. Like
just
this.
a little. This is about as close as I could get.
Okay. Let me try. Honey,
Come on,
recipe
raspy, like
this.
like you've been smoking for years.
I smoke too much cigarettes.
Yeah, that's it.
This
Yeah, like that.
better. Like
That's
this.
better.
Yeah.
Not a vocal coach or anything, or a voice actor coach or anything, but I do like experimenting with different voices.
Oh yeah.
It's fun. It's fun to do, and reading stories live and getting into it's a lot of fun. I think that's more fun than actually just writing these stories for everyone.
Well, I'd hope you're enjoying every aspect, including the writing. But yeah, good to see you enjoying something.
So my question is the humor in the right place?
I think so.
I thought it was kind of dry and off the wall, but it seemed to fit.
That's the kind of humor it needs. It doesn't. Yeah, you can't have anything too silly in a story like this, really. But without the humor to balance everything else, it would very quickly become a very dark and gloomy story. I feel humor is important in tales like this because those moments of humor just accentuate those moments of horror so much more because you've got because they're the counterbalance.
Can't have the breach of sanity without the humor bringing it back.
Right? I think so, but I call myself a jester because I laugh at everything. So I may not be the best judge.
What do you think, chat? I think the humor is in the right place in this. Well, at least this chapter. I know I threw some in there. I think I threw one little quip in there, and
well, you don't need too much. That's the point.
No,
That's the point.
No, you don't need too much, or otherwise you'll just throw the whole thing out of proportion.
Yeah, you'll throw the whole tone away. But a little bit to break the tension is awesome.
Yeah, a little bit to break the tension, but not enough to.
Yeah. Yeah. Lady Miss agrees.
Yeah, Lady Miss is definitely. Lady Miss has been here since the beginning of these stories. I'm going to have to put out probably chapter 1 and 2 this way in the next couple of weeks. I'll probably put 1 and 2 together. Fine, nice. I'm glad. I was kind of because I didn't want to throw off the tone. I know the first chapter was really dark, and the second one was kind of just almost filler.
Oh, you're roboting now, man.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
I know. Like I said, the first chapter was rather darkest, and then we have chapter 2, which was mostly filler and exposition, and then we have 3 that kind of gives you clue about how these people bode with each other as they gain the third. And here's where chapter 4 is where the real interesting stuff begins.
Yeah. It's only going to get better.
I hope it doesn't take me another month to edit it and get it out. But I hope it's
Don't rush it.
Yeah, that's what I don't want to do. I don't want to rush it, but when I have been getting in the Eldritch, it just pow pow. It's just there.
Yeah. Inspiration is a wonderful thing. But
it just comes so swiftly when it comes. It's just,
and it leaves.
It's
just
hard to actually. Yes, it does.
I found that when trying to write songs before, and you start the song.
Wait,
full of inspiration, and it's everywhere.
You wrote songs?
I have done in the past. Nothing published ever.
I'm actually thinking of maybe going through Bandcamp, or I'm actually looking into Bandcamp because Bandcamp does a lot of the stuff with another YouTuber that redoes all the weird tales. The one that I like very well, that I read my H.P. Lovecraft to, Horror Babble. Shout out to Horror Babble, even if he is probably not listening. Shout out to him. Yeah, he goes through Bandcamp, and he seems to get his stuff out nicely, and it's basically just, I think it's minor donation. It's not even a purchase. It's more like you put forth so much and you get whatever. Kind of like Indiegogo, only you just automatically get it download.
Yeah. I believe some Indiegogos work that way. Because they're for
if you
PDF or
if you go digital like that. See, I've been seriously thinking this over. I do like I do like Amazon, and I do like Audible, but I think Bandcamp would probably be the way to go.
Well, I've heard some stories about band camp. They're not all pretty. Many of them involve flutes.
And oboes and trumpets.
Oh, yeah. We don't talk about the trumpets.
And now you're making American Pie references.
Yeah.
And here I thought you were gonna. Oh yes, I forgot who I was talking. Just.
Yeah, I'm definitely with Lady Mist on that. I would get a copy of the audiobook as well, happily.
Yeah, I'm actually thinking of even doing most of the audio myself, like I am reading it live.
Yeah. Yeah.
I really find a voice for Theodore, though.
Oh, you will.
I mean, he is our main guy, our main antagonist.
Yeah, you'll find his voice, though.
Am I right about this? Antagonist is the...
Well, is he really a good guy? Because if he's not, then he's not a protagonist.
Well, the way it looks now, he's kind of like the anti-hero, kind of like... I mean, he's already framed for murder.
Exactly. That's not really a protagonist. So, yeah, I'd call him an antagonist. Not every story needs a hero. But they do need well-written characters.
Yeah, I do agree with that. Well-written characters and well-thought-out plot.
Yeah. At least go into the beginning of your writing of a story or something with some sort of plan. I think that's always wise. Plans can change, of course, but if you don't go in with one in the first place, then you're flying blind.
Wow, I just checked the thing on this. It's already at like 5 pages.
Nice.
Like I said, this is the biggest one I've ever done besides maybe The Portal, which is MIA. I had about 10 pages of that and it wasn't finished. I hope you can find it again. I've got the basic synopsis of it, but I don't have the original 7 chapters.
Yeah. So yeah, you would basically be starting it again from scratch.
And I've even got bigger backstory behind it too. So it's expanded since I've last picked it up. I've been writing on it, and I've been writing on a couple other stories as well. I know I've been throwing around a title in some other YouTube chats called "The Girl on the Stump." That's going to be one of the stories.
Sorry. My brain's now playing me lump.
Presidents of the United States of America.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. She's lump. She's lump. She's lump. Now it's in my head.
Yeah. We'll call that payback for Mr. Big.
Okay.
Because that's still stuck in my head.
I'll take care of that. I gotta pee.
Uh-oh.
Hell,
You want me to talk for a minute?
hey, you want to talk for a minute?
Yeah.
So you go?
Don't-
Yeah.
We'll go.
Don't ask me. I didn't do it.
Hello.
Hello.
I'll say he did excellent on that story. I
I
really,
completely agree. The reading was excellent as well.
yes, I loved it. He did a really good job. It's like I want to read all the stories. I believe that his story should be published. That's how good it is. I'm serious.
Oh no, I completely agree. Like I said, once it is published, I will be getting myself a copy. I
Right?
want to be able to sit and enjoy this story at my own pace. You know.
Oh yeah. I mean,
So,
I really think that yeah, he's gonna be an amazing writer. I can see it. I mean, hello,
yeah.
Lady Mist. But yeah,
I think you're right. I think he definitely has the potential to become an amazing writer.
oh yeah, I agree with you.
Because he's already good.
Oh yes, and not only that, I believe that he will be really, really good at being a writer because, like, I always tell him, I said, "Hun, you got potential of doing things that are amazing, and if you put your mind into it, you could do it." And I know he can.
Yeah.
Oh, he's right behind me when I said that, and I'm very proud of you, honey. All right, nice talking to you all. Later.
Little butterflies. And hail no imperial life form. Welcome.
Yes, hail, Norporeal life form. How you doing?
There she goes.
Yeah, you're probably gonna if you missed it, you're probably gonna have to catch it on the replay. I'll go back and see if I can stamp on it.
Yeah, I would definitely recommend going back and catching at least the beginning of the stream.
I'd say what the first 15 or so minutes.
At least.
Surfing multiple streams right now. Nice. I saw Tim Possible. I saw Tim Possible in here. What did you think?
I think Tim got here right at the end.
Tim's been here. Tim's been here since. Tim was one of the first ones here.
Yeah, I know I got here late.
Lady Miss, Lady Inner Chris, a lot of people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it really is no boil. Really is gold. It's this time slot.
Well, what? So maybe I should run later next time?
No. You go live when you want to go live. Because you aren't competing. You have your audience. And yes, it is shared with other people, but people that are going to come to your channel are going to come to your channel regardless. Doesn't matter what else is on. If they want to watch you, they're going to watch you.
Yeah.
It's not. I don't look at all these channels I watch as competing with each other. I do lament that I can't watch them all at once. I don't have
As
enough
much
screens for that.
as much as we try.
Yeah.
Because I know usually I have like 3 different windows open, and sometimes I'd be wrenching in like 3 different chats. It gets a little woo.
Yeah, I can pay attention to 2 chats. That's my limit. I can pay attention to 2 chats and a third stream as well, but I can't pay attention to the chat in that one.
Jeez.
Yeah. But I generally just limit it to the 2.
It almost sounds like a being a security guard. Watching that many streams at once.
It does feel that way some days. It does feel that way. I feel like a prison
Like-
guard. Especially during all the lockdowns when I know everybody's at home all the time.
Keeping an eye on the monitors.
Mm.
Watching for unusual activity.
Yep, they're all still alive. It's all good. Today was a good day. None of my charges died today. It was a good day.
Yeah, definitely going to do that. And I'm probably going to put both 1 and 2 up together because they it seems to flow a lot better if it's both 1 and 2 together for some reason.
You find that with a lot of pilots for TV shows as well. Usually the pilot is 2 episodes worth. So essentially what you've done the same sort of thing. You've got your opening over 2 chapters, 2 episodes.
Believe it or not, I almost called this chapter The Drawing of the Three. And then I'm like, no, you're not Stephen King.
No, you're not. You're Hassler.
But I will be lying to myself if I didn't say that Stephen King was one of my writing idols growing up. I'm going to be honest with it. Stephen King is one of the inspirations that got me into early writing because I was reading his fiction at a very young age. Probably shouldn't have been reading that young at age, but yes, I did. Yes.
Can't say too much.
Yes, Nerdporial Life Form. This is mine. This is a Darth Haster.
It's an original.
Yes, it is original, but it is borrowing from a lot from the Lovecraft's Cthulhu mythos.
Excellent.
And probably even some of the expanded.
The older ones don't get enough press in my book.
They don't. Yes, very Lovecraftian. It's Lovecraftian fiction.
Yeah.
So if you do want to go back and catch the replay, that'd be mighty awesome. Because did Lovecraft have any contemporaries? Yes, I believe so. Lovecraft was into cosmic horror, and if cosmic horror is not science fiction, I don't know what is.
Well, it's more horror fiction.
It's more science horror fiction. The Thing was science horror fiction. And that is based off of Lovecraft's At the Mountains of Madness, I believe.
This is true.
At least some
Well,
of it
I think-
in parts.
Yeah. But I lost my train of thought. Oh well. Can't have been
Dean
important.
Koontz is one of Lady Mitt's favorites. Nice.
Yeah, I spent most of my youth reading Tolkien and Gemmell and writers like that. Read a lot of Pratchett.
Terry Pratchett. I like.
Yeah.
It's definitely a short story or corporeal life form. I do appreciate the questions, and yes, about the this one. I meant to get to this one. Lovecraft have any contemporaries? Yes, he did. He actually got a lot more famous after his death, after August Derleth, and put it out. And August Derleth himself put it into his own publishing company and republished it under, I believe they're still in publishing today, Arkham House.
Yeah.
Named after the asylum that Lovecraft even made and wrote in his stories. The town itself, Arkham, even Arkham Asylum in Batman is, yes, Lovecraft is American.
Yeah.
Howard Phillips Lovecraft was born here around, I want to say 1890.
Yeah, I would have said 1880, 1890. So, but I am just guessing.
That's at the top of my, because not that good.
Hang on, you're roboting again, Hester.
I'm roboting again, probably because I'm trying to boot into the Google. Maybe if I just stop. Is that better?
Back to normal.
I did like. Yes, Evil Dead borrowed. Yes, Necronomicon is Lovecraft. The Necronomicon is one of Lovecraft's books of eldritch knowledge. Written originally by, I think, Abdul Al-Hazred. But the one that's most famous for us, for English and American to actually have in the fictional universe, is the John Dee version, which was, I think, done in like 1930, or I can't remember the exact date. Oh, it was the version. But in Evil Dead, it was called the Necronomicon Ex Mortis.
Yes.
And apparently the dead and Jason Voorhees have both been resurrected by
Oh, I didn't know Jason was.
Yeah, it's in the comic. Ash,
That makes a lot of sense why he's so hard to kill.
Lady Mist.
She does make some wonderful points.
Yeah, she does. I just keep thinking about what all is actually featured the Necronomicon. It's like just like everything has been touched by Lovecraft at some point or another. I've picked up on this on previous streams. Like even the Universal monsters, the creature from the Black Lagoon. I've covered this before, but it is a deep one, which is in the story, The Shadow over Innsmouth is one of the big ones for the deep ones. No, you didn't do anything, Lady Mist.
No, you didn't.
You
were just yourself. You were just yourself.
You're just being yourself. Jester's just busting chops. Again. Jester's being Jester.
I hold my hand up. I am what I am. And I freely admit, I'm a dick.
Well, at least you own up to it.
Yeah, I'm honest about it. No pretense. Luckily for me, I'm not a dick all the time. Otherwise, I would have got my head kicked in. A lot more.
Yeah. My problem is I overthink too much.
I think my biggest problem might be I'm slightly too honest. I took Hook's words to heart when he said, "Why lie? The truth is far too much fun."
It almost sounds like that Gina Carano thing.
Mm-hmm.
What was that quote again?
Similar. Gina Carano's quote was, "Don't try to destroy my life with lies when I can destroy yours with the truth," or something.
Those lines.
Something along those lines. Yeah. I probably butchered it, but
sounds close enough to me.
Yeah. At least I know it started right.
Lady Miss is like, I was on the side with the creature all the way. Are you talking about the creature of the Black Lagoon?
Yeah, I tend to side with the creatures.
I've been listening to a lot of Metallica here lately, going back, reminiscing, and I've noticed some things.
Oh.
Yeah. On the Black Album, there's a song called The Struggle Within.
Mm-hmm.
I really think that on the Load album, Until It Sleeps is kind of like a sequel.
I
Think
wouldn't put
about
it
it.
past. Well, I'm struggling to remember Until It Sleeps, but I really wouldn't put it past Metallica. They have been known to do it.
It's not a direct sequel, but it's still, they're both along those lines of struggling to control the monster within.
Yeah.
Being Jekyll versus the Hyde. The good id versus the bad.
No, be both at the same time. Be the intelligent monster.
Kind of like I got going on right now, the whole self-aware Eldritch being.
Exactly.
I'm still waiting for Dude to push that damn button.
Yeah. When you let your brother out.
What? So I could have a little showdown with him? It's not like his real brother's going to do anything. Probably just going to sit back and watch it, have a few beers while we duke it out.
Yeah.
But that's the way the Eldritch took it.
That's
That's the way the Eldritch
world ended.
Yeah, that's basically it is. That's the way
Not with a bang, but with the cracking of cans.
Cracking of cans.
Go on. How many people can you think of off the top of your head that if the end of the world actually happened would do nothing but sit on a lawn chair and watch it with a beer?
Maybe some beer nuts.
Yeah, maybe some beer nuts, maybe a joint or two. But you'd sit there and enjoy it. I can think of at least 20 off the top of my head.
Wow. Yeah, I forgot about that. You that'd be. I keep forgetting you're on that 2-year-old laptop.
There's nothing wrong with a 2-year-old laptop.
I remember. I around when that happened too. I think I was. That was. At least it works. I mean, you can't go wrong if it's not broke, right? Don't fix it.
Exactly. The one I'm on's nearly 3 years old. I mean, it was a pretty good one when it was new, but it's still 3 years old now. It's out of date.
Yeah, I didn't start doing the panel stream till I actually got till I got a laptop, and then StreamYard decides to actually let cell phones actually start streaming, and I'm like, damn it.
Could you just got yourself a tablet?
Yeah, probably.
Because that is essentially what my phone is. It's a tablet.
That's what Butterflies is. She's using a tablet.
It's like a computer slash tablet.
It's like a computer slash tablet. It's one of those ones you could try out.
Mm-hmm.
Novio is what it is. I've never It's a charmed tablet. I've never
mine's
really
chewy.
Yours are chewy.
Yeah. It's great in Chinese.
Yeah. Apparently, I was around. And apparently, I wasn't around the internet when the original Phantom Menace was. But they said I probably would have fit in with the Phantom Menace had I have been there.
Yeah.
Because I believe in the old trilogy. I enjoyed the prequels.
I enjoyed the prequels.
But there are some things I had gripes with. But didn't everybody? Especially a certain pinkish character.
I have gripes with the original trilogy. The
Yeah,
less said
I
about
do
the
too.
Ewoks, the better, in my opinion. Just for a start. So yeah. No film has ever been perfect, in my opinion.
No.
A single thing, film or TV show or anything I can think of that I don't have at least one slight issue with.
Everybody has their nitpicks with something in some film or movie or TV show.
Yeah.
I mean, there are some things that I just love about certain things, and then there's some that are just terrible. Except for maybe a Stanley Kubrick film. I don't have nothing just bad to say about a Stanley Kubrick film.
Except for maybe a bit long.
Except for Eyes Wide Shut.
Never actually watched that one. Or the remake.
Wait. There's a remake?
I might be thinking of a different film.
Hello, Google my old friend. I've come to talk with you again. Is there a Eyes Wide Shut remake? Doesn't seem to be.
Yeah, I must have been thinking of a different film.
Wait. It does say there is something. Wait, no.
Yeah, I'm sure there was more than one film called Eyes Wide Shut.
Oh, I don't think so. The only one I see is Stanley Kubrick's.
Well, as it was a film I never saw, maybe that's where the confusion came from.
Apparently, it's available on Hulu.
Cool.
Yeah, my tastes are pretty eclectic too, especially in music.
I think it's the best way to be.
It's like I could go from Metallica to Slayer to classical Beethoven. to Eminem, Cool and the Gang, to
To ELO.
to ELO and Pink, and
Hmm.
and then I just get in moods where I just want to listen to nothing but progressive music, and it'd be like Rush and Tool and Dream Theater.
Yeah. Yeah. What I'm listening to completely depends on my mood, music-wise.
And then I just get to a mood like where I just listen to Iron Maiden for like an entire day and drives butterflies absolutely mad. Maybe I'm just helping.
I was never a big fan of Iron Maiden personally.
Maybe I'm just helping her catch up on some of the awesomeness that is Iron Maiden. You know, wasted years.
Mm.
There's a all puns intended.
Don't play her too much or she'll run to the hills.
Hope she doesn't have a fear of the dark.
Oh, you are a super trooper.
Better not wait for at least 2 minutes till midnight. Or the trooper will come out. Oh.
I've run out of Iron Maiden song titles.
He may be joined by the Klansmen. And they may take you to the Word Man. Which could be located on 22 Arcadia Avenue. I don't know. Lady Miss, I like her even pre The Crow. Like they were just out there. And I liked it. Of course, then I could also listen to Tears for Fears and Phil Collins and Genesis and
yeah, I grew up with all of that.
from my understanding, we're not that far apart in age. Not that we're going to dox our age or anything. As if
No.
As if we have it already.
We're both suitably ancient.
Even when I fart, my bones creak.
No. I'm not saying that on YouTube. Bad brain. No.
Sometimes we got to do that because it just gets pretty bad.
I really have to.
It's like is it so bad that when we do Mummy Dust comes out?
Oh yeah, yeah. It's bad.
It's just bad.
It's bad.
Speaking of Mummy Dust, I like Ghost too. Ghost is pretty cool. I mean, do I believe their stick? I need a good oiling. Probably my chair. It's squeakier than half of my steampunk stuff in here. I used to have a hat that actually had turning gears on it.
Well, actual turning gears.
Yeah.
Ooh. Cool.
Like, I could like wind it up on the inside, and it was like a 10-gallon hat, and it would turn the gears.
Oh, cool.
On the outside. It looked pretty neat.
Mm.
I wish I still had that damn thing.
Yeah.
Some things you just gotta carry on.
Carry on my wayward son.
Speaking of that, I've been watching Supernatural here lately, and I still haven't finished the last season, and I feel so bad about myself for it. But I kind of know what's coming because I've had it spoiled. But I kind of want to see it for myself because reasons, closure, I guess you could say.
I did worse with Supernatural than I did with Game of Thrones.
Okay, explain.
Well, with Game of Thrones, I only ever saw the first season.
And what about Supernatural?
Haven't seen a single episode.
What? Okay.
Yeah. It was one of those shows that at the time I was rather rebellious. So when everybody was saying, "Oh, you've got to watch this show," I was like, "Yeah, no." And by the time I felt like watching it, there was so much.
Yeah. 15 years of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that thing was on when I was in high school. I mean, like when Warner Brothers had their TV channel, the WB is what it used to be before it was the CW.
Mm-hmm.
They had let's see, over there they had I think Dawson's Creek, Popular, Supernatural, not exactly all in that order.
Mm.
And I think they had the original Roswell. Yes.
Yeah, I did watch Roswell.
I liked Roswell. I don't like remake. I've actually
enjoyed
watched
it.
part of the reboot, but I'm like, something about it's throwing me off.
The fact that it's a modern reboot.
It's just something about these modern. I don't know what it is. They're just.
I think the biggest problem is that too many of them have been crap.
That's probably what it is. I guess it's just.
From a fan point of view, too many of these modern reboots have been awful. So we've been burned so many times. So every time a new one comes along, we're already on the back foot going, "Oh, I'm not sure."
Yeah, exactly.
It has to really impress us to even draw us in now. Well, at least in myself. That's definitely what it is.
Yeah, I've tried. I've watched at least the first 3 episodes of Roswell, and I'm like, nope. Of course, this way, let me give you a little history of Roswell for those who have watched. This was when this was Katherine Heigl before Katherine Heigl was a uptight diva. When she was still trying to make it in the business. Because it was, I can't remember if it was that show that she was first on, or was she on the Valentine, or My Bloody Valentine, or movie. Lady Miss, maybe you can help me out with this one.
think Roswell was first.
Yeah, I'm thinking so too. But it was that and one or the other it was first. I know it was very close together. I know for a fact.
Yeah.
Like I was a big Maxim collector. Like when I was in my like year all the way up to about I think 2008 as when I completely stopped and moved and I remember the article. I think it was even in that issue with Jennifer Esposito. It was I think it was where they had the upcoming in intervals and had little spreads of them.
Mhm.
At least one or two pictures. It had Katherine Heigl and to her talking about on My Bloody Valentine.
Mm.
Or was it just Valentine? I can't remember. Check it out. Let's hit the IMDb now.
I don't recall a film just called Valentine, but My Bloody Valentine does sound like a film.
Apparently, IMDb Katherine Heigl. Wow. She's almost a Scorpio.
Almost.
November 24th.
That's close.
I think the cutoff is 22nd.
I can never remember.
Can we get a filmography? Dang you. Just for shits and giggles, see if I can actually get this to share screen. Probably.
Oh. If it's going to work, it's taking its time and lagging you at the same time. Well, it's all gone quiet. I swear it's not my fault. Not this time. Come back, Wheezy. Come back. Oh, no. Please come back. Don't leave me here alone. Nah. I'm sure he will be back shortly. I suspect things have gone slightly awry at his end. That sharing screen was possibly a bad idea. So, where we go from here, I do not know. Welcome back.
Well, so much for that idea. I guess that
So I was right then. The sharing of the screen was a bad idea.
sharing a screen was a bad idea. Sometimes it works, sometimes it's like "Bleh." That's funny, that sounded like duck when we got the Powered by StreamYard logo on there. Thank you,
I hadn't
StreamYard.
noticed that before.
Yeah, I missed the thingy. I had it paid for I paid for last month, but it expired before I got to this, so yeah. I need to start squaring away a little more money. I still haven't got the budget nailed down yet, so I'm working on it.
You'll get there. You'll get there.
Yeah. Budgeting is hard, guys.
So is adulting, just in general.
Adulting and mathing is hard.
I don't want to adult anymore.
I'm too old to adult. I can't tell which way looks better. This one or this one? This one? Or this one? Maybe it was. Well, now I'm just playing around.
Stop it. I feel I'm getting motion sick. Ah.
Oh. All right, everyone. I think I've held you up enough. Thank you all for coming. I'm glad you enjoyed the story, and have a great night, morning, afternoon, wherever you are in this beautiful world of ours.
Take care, everyone.
Darth Esther out.